The person that you are expressing to, right, might die tomorrow and never get to see their art. So what's the entire point of the expression, especially for people that are around you? Like, what's the entire point of the expression if you can't do it to their face while they are there with you? Yeah, yeah. Express to them, be vulnerable. Don't come and be telling me you are vulnerable with your art and you can't be vulnerable with me in real life.
Hello, guys. My name is Ronald Yusuf. Today, I'm going to be moderating this episode of Let's Talk Films. We are going to be talking about artists and putting pieces of themselves in artworks that they create.
Art is an experience, regardless of the medium, regardless of what you are creating with, regardless of how you are creating.
An artist is an innovator, whereby you take what has already existed and you just create something from it.
People who build houses are artists, you know. Architects are artists, really, you know. I don't think that it's just confined to, just the art space. I feel like you can be an artist with food.
So, is it possible to create something that is completely new? I think that's the word. Something that is completely new that you are not, that is not part
Maybe
of your.
experienced.
Yes, that you've not experienced.
My answer to that is yes, you can create something about an experience you've never had, and in a kind of way make people even feel the form of art, whatever it is.
One way or the other, if we think about certain characters, like it's like even down to like when you're brainstorming of ideas. Now there are certain times that you think of certain people, and what they remind you of is like what you have seen or somebody that has acted that same way, and you just replicate that person or pick elements of that person and put it in that character. So yeah, it's not possible to actually create from without putting part of yourself.
I don't think it is possible to create from a place of like nothingness, where you just go out and just, I mean, even in the process of doing stuff, even in the process of creating, you are actively thinking. And to think, your brains need to like access information that has like been there already. So like creation generally is inspired by everything we have experienced as humans. That's just what I think.
The entire process of creating and genuinely adding parts of yourself to create your true art, does it make you sensitive to criticism?
So criticism is subjective, dependent on who it's coming from.
That's a big statement.
Right? Um, there are times where you know it's not what the exchange. There are times where you know it's not criticism. There are times where you know it is actual constructive criticism.
I feel like I understand it sometimes and I do not understand it sometimes. Because it's like, okay, if I am creating for myself, do I need to put it out there? It's like, do I need to put it out there? Now I have put it out there, right? Which means automatically there's nothing you can say. As much as you created it for yourself, now that it is out there, you have created it for other people too. Especially when you want them to listen to it.
I feel like there's like perspective to that. You create something for yourself. In fact, no one would know you created it for yourself because you would only be aware of that. But like in another angle of saying, oh okay, yeah, maybe I created this from, I mean, it doesn't really make sense even putting it in that sentence, like creating it for yourself. I feel like it's just like putting yourself in the art and then maybe putting it out there.
I
Like,
think that it means two sentences. It's number one, you're creating it for people that you think are like you. Then number two, you're creating something that you yourself would enjoy.
Do you have a problem relating with people as a creator?
Every single artist in the world is different. So is every single person. Um, Personally, I'll explain how it works for me. With human conversations, people one on one, it's quite hard. And it is not hard in the sense that I can't carry it. It's hard in the sense that I can't start it. I can't ignite human conversations. But with a crowd, I'm fearless.
I think that interacting with people is a two-way channel. Right, you understand? You can commit yourself. If the other person is giving that other same, energy and that interest with you, it works. Right, you understand? That's for me. But if this other person is not giving me that energy, it's like don't don't force it. It's like just move on and like try to be around people that would give you the same energy.
A lot of artists used to say I couldn't express myself and then I just put it in my art. Or I use my art to express myself. You get normal artists. So
I don't like
automatically that is saying you cannot express yourself or you cannot say it, so you put it in your artwork.
I don't
So
like
do
that.
most artists.
I don't like that thing. I don't like the fact that we use art as a excuse for so many things now. Yes, you can express yourself in your art, but to be honest, I think that is just a basic human need for interaction that we can all learn and be better at. I'm using my art to express as an excuse. Because the truth is that how many people will get to see your art? The person that you are expressing to, right, might die tomorrow and never get to see their art. So what's the entire point of the expression, especially for people that are around you? Like, what's the entire point of the expression if you can't do it to their face while they are there with you? Yeah. Express to them, be vulnerable. Don't come and be telling me you are vulnerable with your art and you can't be vulnerable with me in real life.
If all your projects were like just what we're talking about, when people just create something and then they will try and find meaning, just so it does not seem like, I'm not going to say that word, but you can say that's what it is. That is not. It was, most of them are not really that deep for you. But which one do you think is your project that you put everything in you into the film?
I have done this with a musical project written about that. And I feel like that experience transcended me to see not just art in that medium, but art generally in a different light. Um, I mean, the aim of the project was to talk about things I already know, things I have experienced, things I have felt, things that have happened. But I felt like in the process of even doing that, I exposed myself to um, things I have not really given great thought into.
I have not made a project that is truly honest. Like I am putting full me right into it. It's just that there are, for me now, but I'm at a stage where like for anything that I want to make, but I need to really care fully. Like it needs to mean so much to me, but before I make it.
When I'm working on something, when I work on something, I always try and like give it that specialty, or I always try and like think of it as something I really want to do. And like I just, because I feel like putting the work in that state helps me even go through it, want to finish it.
So is it possible for a creator or an artist, creator artist, is it possible for them to put everything, put their all into their creation to the point where there's nothing left?
When you get to some certain age, it's you can never keep up the same pace. You don't have that much energy. So it's just like, okay, now years have passed and I'm now 80 years old. I cannot just quickly call this guy, hey, guy, how far? Maybe the guy is even dead. I want to, I mean, this is life. I want to create this.
Say pull up for me.
I have this crazy idea. It is not as if,
shoot out for back.
So maybe the guy is
it
dead.
is not as if you changed. It is just you don't really have much capacity to tell as much as you want to. I'm sure some of these filmmakers that have grown old will just, I mean, old age kind of feels sad if you think of it in a kind of way. But I think what really consoles you is just to look back and see what you've done with like when you were capable.
Yeah.
From my perspective, of
Yeah.
course, there's never a point of satisfaction. There is never a point of satisfaction. But this is also just spinning back to like the thing I said about life being very subjective and people are just people. and different. This is my perspective of it. There's never a level of satisfaction or a place where you say, I rest here. I have told everything, I have done everything I want to do. This is the end of it. To the world, you might have done it all, right? But to you, I do not think as a human being you want to accept that I have done it all.
Okay, guys, we have come to the end of this session. Thank you for staying till the end. Before we leave, we have one question for you guys. Do you think you are ever going to stop creating after putting pieces of yourself in the artwork you have made? Yeah, leave your answers in the comments. Thank you very much. Bye.